Hey, good day everyone. This is Eric here with the Food Navigators. I hope everyone is doing well. We're here just outside of Madrid, Spain, getting ready to go on a Game of Thrones exhibition that happens to be here in Madrid while we're here. We're gonna go inside shortly, but afterwards we're gonna head into the city of Madrid and check out some local food. I can't wait to get the show started, so let's go check out this exhibition. Here's some more items from the show, and the most memorable one for me is Jaime Lannister's hand. Jaime Lannister's sword and dagger. And Jeffrey Baratheon's Valyrian steel sword. Right here you have the Lannister guard. This is the Hound, and I would be scared if this guy came after me. His costume looks pretty intimidating. And here's the needle, Arya Stark's sword. And the Hound's sword and dagger. Thinking like Ned Stark. This is a giant sword, by the way. Look how big this sword is. I'm about 5'10", almost 6 feet, so this is probably a 5-foot long sword. Here is Bran and Arya. And the wolves. Wow, look at this. This is really cool. And check out his wheelchair. Seems kind of stiff. If you remember from the show, Arya Stark actually learns how to fight with this little sword. So I'm gonna pretend that I'm her just for a few minutes. Alright, look. Alright, so check out the flag of the House of Bolton. If you actually zoom in, it's actually a picture of a man basically skinned. You know, when I think of House Greyjoy, I just think of Theon. And even though he has some evil in him, I feel bad for the torture that he went through. Ooh, check this out. This is the dragon skull. And this thing is huge. Wow. The Unsullied. And the Dragon Queen. Wow. Daenerys. And her dragon. Here are the dragon eggs. We're at this section of the exhibition where you can actually put your own face into the wall of faces. So I'm actually going to try it right now and see if this thing works. Here you go. Oh, I'm at the very top. You see me at the very, very top? I'm now part of the Wall of Faces. Oh, check out the details on the White Walkers. There's the White Giant. Wow. Look at the details on these costumes. Wow. Oh, this part is really interesting. This is the Dragonglass dagger and White Walker's sword. There's that sword. There's some movie magic here. Remember that gigantic wall of ice in Game of Thrones? Well, there's some movie trick here to make it look like we're climbing that gigantic wall of ice, but in reality we're just laying down on the floor. So check this out. I'm going to go ahead and pretend I'm climbing that wall of ice. Is it working?
Yeah. Try.
That's funny. Behind me, you actually see the costume of the mountain, and I just want to say that the costume is huge compared to the other costumes with all the other characters. This guy is ginormous. You know, I'm thinking the costume is probably like over 6 feet, maybe 6'5", 6'7", but all the other costumes look much, much smaller. I guess the actors and actresses are not that big in real life, but this one is a big one. Hey, that was an epic experience. If you're a Game of Thrones fans, definitely come check out the exhibition if it's around your area. Again, we just got lucky having been at the right place at the right time, and this worked out in our favor. I think everything was so awesome inside to be able to see the real costume that's used on the show, and just to, you know, relive that entire Game of Thrones experience all over again. I think it was an awesome experience. So we're gonna head into the city of Madrid right now and grab some food and see what we can find. So hang on with us. And we're back. Well, not really. Actually, today is the next day. We actually never made it out to grab some local food last night because one of our navigators fell asleep. So we're starting fresh today, and it's quite early in the morning. It's maybe like 8 o'clock in the morning right now. A lot of the places in Madrid, Spain are still closed, but we try to find some shops that are open right now, and mostly the shops that are open for breakfast, and items are actually limited. But one of the most popular items to have in Spain in general is churros. So we're here in Chocolateria. It's 1902. Apparently it's a really famous chocolate and churros place here in Madrid, and we were able to get some churros paired with hot chocolate. And because we haven't eaten in the last probably 12 plus hours or so, we got ourselves a sandwich as well. But I want to just start off to show you the churros that we got. They have a skinny version and a thick version, and my first impression with the thick version is, if you guys are familiar with the Chinese youtiao or the fried pancake dough that Chinese people have for breakfast, it's actually very, very similar to it. You can choose a lot of different chocolates. You can do milk chocolate, dark chocolate without sugar, etc. And I believe we got some milk chocolate here. Oh, it smells good. And just as a side, we just got some sandwiches. Ham and cheese sandwich. So I'm gonna start off with the churros. And I'm gonna take a small piece of the small version right here, and I am going to dip this. The hot chocolate is nice and warm and hot. Right here. I can get used to this every day. The chocolate's not that sweet, which is great because it pairs well with the non-sweet churros. I grabbed another piece right here, and this time I'm going to stir it right here. Oh man, this is excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Perhaps maybe the best one I've had thus far here in Madrid, Spain. Let's try the other piece. Let's try the thicker piece. This is how big it is. So I'm gonna break it in half right here. Get to see a little bit of the oil because presumably they just fry this in a big gigantic pot of hot oil. Yeah, my fingers are a little greasy here, but I'm gonna dip this in. Oh, look at this right here. So straight off the bat, the thicker one is a lot more airy. So in terms of just dipping and eating it, it breaks off when I dipped it into the hot chocolate. And you can see right here on the side a little bit of my crumb. But yeah, you can see the air pockets in there, right? It's a little more airy. I prefer the skinnier version. I like it a little slightly denser. But this is good, nevertheless. Don't get me wrong. Get both. You won't be disappointed. We're here on breakfast number 2 at a place called Chocolateria San Gines, and this time we got more churros. They have basically their standard breakfast here: 6 churros with 1 hot chocolate here. And interestingly, this was only like maybe 1 or 2 minute walk from the last location, and it's also a highly recommended place by many travelers and even locals. So gonna see and compare the two. All right, here we go. First thing straight off the bat, the chocolate. The chocolate is much thicker. Yeah, I think they use dark chocolate here, whereas in the first one we actually got to choose milk chocolate. And the churros here is slightly less crispy Maybe because it is not as fried. I'm not exactly sure, but the two taste different. Alright, this one's less crispy, whereas the previous one, even though we're comparing the same churros, by the way. The skinny version of the churros on the previous one was more crispy and crunchy. This one feels a little bit more doughy. And we didn't get any large ones here because the standard format here off the menu, when you order the hot chocolate with 6 churros, it's 6 skinny churros. But I think if you wanted to, you could order the large churros, more airy type. But I generally prefer the small churros. I'm gonna take a sip of this hot chocolate. Oh yeah. The chocolate is definitely thicker. Maybe slightly sweeter also. Nevertheless, this is pretty good. Now, just simply comparing the amount of foot traffic between the two people, or the two locations at this point in time of the day, this particular location seems to be more happening. There's a lot more people grabbing breakfast at this time of the day than the other location. So maybe the locals might prefer this location over the previous one. But, oh no! I dropped hot chocolate right on my white pants. Disaster. Disaster, guys. Let me show you. So I just want to take a moment to reflect on our entire Spain journey. Unfortunately, I was not able to film the last couple of hours of our Madrid trip, given that I had very little time to hop on over to the airport and get on a plane. I did, however, get to try 2 more dishes at the airport, which was the grilled octopus and Iberian ham sandwiches, both which were awesome. And if you haven't tried that in Spain, definitely try that, because those are some of the best foods that I've ever had. And we were lucky to see the Game of Thrones exhibition, and I guess luck was just on our side. We were at the right place at the right time, and that was totally unexpected. And I hope you enjoyed those bonus footages, because I didn't plan that, by the way. And just want to thank everyone for supporting us throughout this entire Spain journey. If you haven't seen the first videos, definitely go back and check those out. And if you like this video, please consider hitting that like button and letting me know, or letting us know, what you think of our videos in Spain, and what else you would like to see. And please consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already subscribed, and hit that bell notification icon on your screen so you get notified when we upload new videos in the future. Thank you guys so very much, and we're gonna see you guys on the next video. Ciao!